Well, hey there, this is Jerry, and I'm getting started on another episode of What's Broke Today. And today, I've got a Hustler FastTrack that has a blade spindle that's locked up. It won't turn. I went ahead and pulled the belt off because he told me he saw the belt smoke, and it is like glued to the electric clutch. I thought I'd spin the other pulleys because, see, this idler pulley got a little noise, but it's still tight. And then come around here to the other side, and the bearings on this outer spindle here is a little bit, they're tight, but they're a little noisy. And then this idler pulley is shot. Our center blade spindle is smooth and good. That idler pulley's good. So we need for sure bearings here. And let me get some tools and let's investigate the other side. All right, now when I came to here on the left or right hand side, I can see where this thing is all crooked and looks like the blade has been hitting of course I brought the wrong socket for there, so let me go. Alright, I got the right socket now, and that loose and off there. Yeah, I can see where the blade has been rubbing on that housing. Yeah, and that, I think I'm going to pull that off, but we may have to have the whole spindle assembly because on this side, because it looks like it is, the aluminum is all flared out. That'll come off easy, and I don't see rust, so, oh yeah. Let me go get a hammer, see if I can knock that out. All right. Alright, gotta get the little circlip thing off first. And I probably didn't bring the right tools, but my knife and that little cup thing worked good. Knock that down out of there, and oh wow, look at that. That is not looking too good. Oh yeah, yeah, I'll say this housing down here is wasted. So in this case, this side is going to have the whole spindle assembly. So, yeah, let me get ready and take to take the other side apart. Okay, so migrated to the other side, and when you take this apart, just pay attention to, you know, like it was bolt, flat washer, spacer, pulley. I just kind of lay things down in the order I take them off. Then we got our other spacer, which the fat goes up, and then that's supposed to slide up off there, but it ain't wanting to. So yeah, that's kind of messed up. And then put my glasses on, I can see better. I'll push that over so I can get my little hook underneath it. And pull our clip off. And then do like I did on the other side. That slid out there super easy. The blades are about wasted. Then I can take my punch and don't ever want to forget to put this in. And that's kind of our, this feels like our rough one. So, okay, so got my new bearings. I popped out the orange seal and packed some more grease in there. And I'm going to take my bearing driver, or race driver, get one that's, will get on the outside edge, and I think I got that one all the way up in there. Well, not quite. Alright, so I only got the next one smaller. And there, it don't take much to get it the rest of the way in there. My big thing I'm looking for when I put these on is I want them to hit the outer race and not be driving on the center one. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to this one. Drop our sleeve down in there. Put our bearing up there, and and when it's not going straight, you just got to kind of hit the side that's not going in as far. But then we can take our shaft and put back up in, and these blades are, they're in pretty bad shape. So and I was just getting the tube lined up back up in the center there. And then just when you drive this shaft back in, just, try and not be too rough on it. We got to get that up in there far enough. Put our circlip back on. Like so. Well, then get our cover, then our spacer, our pulley, top spacer, our bolt, that there, and oh yeah, that's much better. I'm going to go ahead and take the blade off the bottom because it needs sharpening. Okay. Our blade off. Yep, he's been grinding rocks with this, so I need to get the model and serial number off of this. Then figure out if I can go, if our Hustler dealer up nearby, see if it's got one of these pulleys, and if it's got a spindle assembly that'll fit the other side, and see if I can get that belt loose, and then go get parts. All right, well, back from picking up parts at the Hustler dealer, and then I sharpened the blades. And now we'll come back here and change out this idler pulley. Okay, so loosen that up some, and that's just a carriage bolt going down through the deck. So I'm just going to put my fingers on the bottom and pull the nut off, the little shield, and then there's a washer in there, and we should be able to slide this pulley off. Slide the new one on. And then put our washers, that back up there. And I'll take my tighten that up and then snug it up with my ratchet. And then while I'm sitting here, I'm going to put the blade back on these two spindles, or it's the outside and the center. Okay, now we're over to the right hand side, and that out of the way, and then I'm going to spray those nuts just a little bit with rust penetrant. And we can and I still got our OEM one over here, so I gotta go get a wrench because it's got nuts on the bottom. All right. And once we get them loose, I'll get my cordless, and we can Alright, I'm going to drop this one out. Of course, it's had bolts holding it in. Our new one has studs sticking up. So we can push it up through and don't have to worry about a wrench on the bottom side. And of course, it's supposed to be the same threads, and it is. But it's got studs through it, kind of like you'd have on a wheel on your car for a lug nut, which is nice. Get those started. Change direction and tighten that up, and we can take our wrench and snug it up. And we can guess what our life expectancy will be when our bearing says China on it. Then we need our plate there and our washer there. Let's look at our diagram, because yeah, supposedly with this new one we don't use that. And that's probably right. That's the height's about where it should be. Yep. Then we'll push up on the bottom so the shaft is up through, and then we can start this. Now I'll get my blade and get it started. I'll take my impact and I can tighten the blade. And then there, I just sharpen the blade. You got to be careful, but drop the deck back down. Because it's a sharp blade and hitting this with the impact, you don't want it to come and get you. Tighten that down and all right, get that out of the way. I can get our new belt. Of course, we know it's got to go back there to the engine. Flip that. Move the camera around here to the front, but I don't know if you'll really be able to see, because I know I've got to come out around this pulley, around there and up around there. Okay. Now come back here at the Now I'll lay down here back by the engine, pull it and hook it on the engine pulley. Of course, I got that all backwards. You see I got it crossed right there. So for now, I'll just pull this over here and put it on. Now I can go to the left-hand side. Let's pull that off, flip it over, and that goes up there, that goes around there. And that goes around there, and then carefully turn the blades and make sure nothing hits. And we're ready to drop this thing down and take her out for a test drive now that everything's on, and stand up here at the front and look and make sure I don't have the belt twisted anywhere. But that looks good. Once I got this off, you can see up inside of there, but you can see all those funny little grooves. That's where the bearings have been rolling around inside where they didn't belong. This thing had to have been making a lot of noise because it even looks like a roller was running here on the bottom. Well, got back from test driving the Hustler. Everything ran good, cut good. Everything I did do, I didn't videotape. The muffler was broke. I took a pry bar, pushed it back where it belonged, and welded. Didn't get the whole crack, but I got most of it. It's going to end up needing a new muffler because it's cracking pretty bad, and I actually ended up having to take it clear off to fully weld it. But so we got our idler pulley on, and that bearing in this, I'm going to guess, has been locking up and spinning inside the metal here, because most of the looseness is in between the bearing and the metal pulley. And then we got our new part. Now, I don't know if you noticed, it was taller, and it's an upgraded part when I looked online. And luckily, it comes with instructions. And if you ever find one of these sheets in something, I mean, look at it. It may be nothing. It may go back just like it originally did, but like this, we know there's a change. So it shows that upper bearing shield, then that thin washer that came with it, then the pulley, and then the spacer and washer that's on top with the bolt. So, you need to follow and look for stuff like that. Whereas this side where I just put bearings in, we reused all the original parts, put it back together just like it was originally. So, and of course, got the new belt on because where it was stuck on the engine, it was burnt. I mean, it's probably had 1/8 of an inch of belt wore off, which would have worked other than the fact that it had probably been flopping all the time as it went around all the pulleys, because every time that went around a pulley, it'd be, going inside the V deeper. So, new belt, new pulley, new spindle, new bearings, sharpened the blades. Everything turned out good. So appreciate you watching this episode on the Hustler FastTrack. That we always like all those thumbs up for the likes. Appreciate all those comments. And hey, if you're not a subscriber, better join on in, because I'll tell them what else you're going to see on What's Broke Today. Thank you.